Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My channel, of course, is Random Expressions J. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally I talk about video games or something that's really awesome that pertains to the video game industry. However, we're going to be talking about something that's really cool to me that I want to switch up a little bit, and calling the ONEPLUS ONE. It's actually a very popular Android phone. It's actually my daily driver, what I'm going to be using. And the video is about all the different ROMs that are supported on the ONEPLUS ONE. So we're going to be taking a little bit of a look into that, and hopefully we'll find your favorite ROM, and if there's anything that I'm missing, because we're not going to cover all of them, if there's anything that I'm missing that you personally would like to see on how it works before you put it on your phone, please let me know. Put that in the comments down below, and we'll see what we can do. Thank you, and hope you enjoy. Hey everybody, so like I was saying in the introduction, this is just going to be us going through the different ROMs that are available for the ONEPLUS ONE. Here I'll show you mine, and it's also on the screen. This is the ONEPLUS ONE. This is my baby. I actually very much like it. I went from the iPhone to the ONEPLUS, and it's my second Android phone, and I'm very impressed with it. Fancy little cable it came with. But yeah, we're going to be digging into the ROMs and see which one we like the best. I'll show you which one I'm currently running, and then we'll go from there. And right now I'm running Pac-Man ROM, and we're kind of going to go through and see which one's different. I'll install another one. I think we'll do 2 today, maybe 2 tomorrow, and we'll kind of go through my list that I have from the ONEPLUS forum. And see what is the best one for you. And I say a lot, so I apologize, and sorry for the potato quality. I'm using a web camera, don't have all the things I need to make this happen, but we're gonna make it work. And again, if you guys have any questions or concerns, please post them down below in the comments there. Hopefully we can get through this video and make it out alive. So first things first, like I said, you can see here that we are on the ONEPLUS ONE. Like I said, we are on Pac-Man ROM. I'm going to show you here, as I show you on the screen as well. We're going to be going, it's a little bit slower on the screen than it will be on the phone, because you can probably see here. Let me push it up. There it is. Okay, great. There we go. I'm going to be doing it on the screen now. So looks like it's only going to let me do it from the screen, which is fine. It's going to let me do it from the phone, I mean, which is okay. So right now I'm just kind of going through, and I'm going to show you guys here about phone. We are on Pac-Man ROM. Again, there will be a delay in what you see on screen versus what I'm actually saying, so I apologize for that. We are running the Pac-Man ROM, Pac-ROM LP Beta 1 Nightly, which is Android version 5.0.2, and you can see that we are having the lollipop here. So you'll see that as I run through that. And you have the little Easter egg. Oh, we got 1, 2, up 2. That's the high as I go. And then we can see it again for the Pac-Man ROM, their Easter egg. Pac-ROM, alright. It's going to show us the same thing. Only it's a different little character we'll be using. Again, I can't get past 2, so that's okay. But yeah, so we're just kind of going on the main differences. Like I said, it is Lollipop. It's running on 5.0.2. There's some other ROMs out there that's on 5.1.1 or something along those lines, or 5.1. I did come from Cyanogen 12S. Prior to that, I was on 11S. I've also tried Oxygen, not on my phone personally, but on my wife's phone, and I just wasn't liking it. So here we have pack settings. This is what we're going to be looking into that kind of makes it a little bit different than other ROMs. And honestly, this ROM is not that much different than anything else you'll see with Cyanogen. Only difference is it combines a little bit from Cyanogen with Dirty Unicorn and Paranoid Android. So you'll see here we have animation controls, which I don't really use. But we're going to like system, open activity, we'll do fade, closing activity, we'll do slide in top. So let's see if there's any difference. Okay, so it slides away, and then let's go ahead and open it back up. So yeah, not really too much there, but animation controls, and if you really like those minor little tweaks, you can actually see how it can affect you and affect your daily usage of something like this. Customizing scrolling, fling velocity, scroll friction. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can kind of mess around with. Let's see here. Go back into system. Let's see, launch from in application, move back to application, return to home screen. Okay, return to home screen application. Let's do this one. Let's do grow in center. Let's try see what that looks like. That's kind of cool. I honestly don't mess around with those features too much. My main reason to going into the Pac-Man ROM was that I wanted something different. This is actually, I chose this ROM at random. I was just like, I want to try something different because I was having so many issues with 12S. Touchscreen issues, just little bugs and glitches. I don't know if there was a fix in the Pac-Man ROM for the touchscreen issues, but I haven't had any issues since I have been on this ROM. And I'm currently using the Google launcher, so nothing special with that, and stock kernels, all of that stock. And then the wallpaper here, it's really nice. And I'll show you the wallpaper that it comes with, so you can see that. I apologize, click on widgets. You'll see here, this is the wallpaper it comes with. You can see the Paranoid Android, the unicorn, and the cyanogen. This is what we have here. Now we're going to be moving on to something else here. If you want to see me touch on any of these ROMs we're going to cover today a little bit more in depth, please let me know. So we can kind of go over everything. I have already backed up most of it to Helium. Most of my apps are backed up on Helium, so we really don't have to go with that. I am rooted, so it's not too big of a deal. But let me see just anything else I can kind of go through with our pack settings that I'm missing here, because I don't want to miss anything before we jump into the next ROM, which again will be selected at random. We'll be installing it through Torque Recovery. So here we have the app circle bar. I actually kind of like this feature. I don't use it enough, but I really enjoy it. And you can just pull it from the right of the screen here, and you have like a quick settings that I really enjoy. So you can add extra apps. So let's go ahead and add camera. I use Color OS, and we'll add Pizza Hut because who doesn't love pizza? Let's go ahead and bring that over. Alright, you can see that we've added those in there now. Let's click on Domino's, and it takes us right to the Domino's app. So we're done with that. We'll go back into our settings so we can kind of move in more with that on our pack settings here. And that is the app circle bar. Now we have our buttons. Now if you're familiar with signage, you're going to know your buttons here. I'm going to enable on-screen navigation bars. These are going to be your buttons at the bottom here, that you'll find with the lollipop material design there. But with the ONEPLUS, you notice that you can also do your hard keys, which are at the bottom. You won't really see those on the computer screen, but I'm going to show you. You can kind of see them a little bit faint there. You have your home key, your menu key, and your back key. But honestly, I just like the way that the on-screen ones look here. And then you can put, you have your navigation mode, showing you guys what you guys are looking on the screen too. You have your navigation mode, you have your arrow keys while typing. So a whole bunch of different things that you can play around with. If you're familiar with signage, and you'll see that, you'll know it, you'll love it. Now, I'm gonna go to gestures anywhere. I tried to mess with this a little bit before I got into this video, but I was just having a lot of trouble with it, and hopefully I can get it to work for you guys now. So I currently have it on. It's going to be on the left edge of the screen. I'm going to add a gesture here. I'm going to add a gesture. We're going to do for, let's see, I'll do applications. We can make it easier. I like the Akinator app. I like that app. Let's just draw a V. Done. Okay, we're gonna go back. Okay, let's see if we can upside down V. Look at that. I actually got this thing to work. I'm very happy with that. So Akinator is a really fun app if you've never tried it, but we won't get into that right now. But I like the fact that you can have gestures anywhere, and now that worked, I'm actually using it a lot more. Because if you're familiar with the ONEPLUS and the cyanogen, you have those gestures, which I'll show you here. And you have your camera, your music, your flashlight. And I'll show you those. Those are off-screen gestures, so you're not going to see them on the screen, but I'd rather show you here on the phone here. Okay, so if we draw the V, let's see, I'll draw it first. Okay, there's flashlight for the V. Okay, all these are off-screen gestures. And if you draw the circle, you get the camera, but my phone is locked, so it's not going to show us the camera. Let's see if we unlock it. Get the camera. No, okay. So we'll show you the last one, which is the music, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'll use Spotify. Oh, look at that. There you go. I like the song. When you do the 2 fingers, pauses it. 2 fingers, plays it. These are like a sideways view. It should play the next song. I don't know what it is, I can't get it to go to the next song, but the off-screen gestures are really nice, is the point. Okay, so we're going to kill those, and we're going to kill these apps here. We don't need those. Okay, and then let's go ahead and go back, and we're going to turn regular gestures off. But the point is to have gestures anywhere by bringing the left side of the screen. You can see this is kind of like faded out, translucent screen, and if I draw that A, brings us our game, which is very quick, very fast, very easy. And I actually may use that feature a lot more now that I see that that works the way that it does. So let's go ahead and bring it back to our pack settings. Oh, we actually lost connection there, so we'll go ahead and see if we can get reconnected. Excuse the technical difficulties. That's probably because my smart self cleared out all the apps without thinking to keep this one open. Cancel that there. So right now it's reconnecting. Okay. Just click reconnecting, see if it connects for us here. Also, another thing I like about the Pac-Man ROM is that neat little notification ringtone. I'll show you both of those there now that we're back into the device. Before I go back into our pack settings. So go to sounds, and this comes with the ROM. So for the actual ringtone, this is what you get. I really dig it, so I use it still. I was gonna change it. I was like, nah, I actually kind of like that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Notification tone, you get the Pac-Man dying there. But still, it's very nice. So I leave that as well. And we're gonna go back into our pack settings so we can look at the rest of these. So I've already showed you guys the animation controls. I've already showed you guys the app circle and the buttons and the gestures. We're gonna go ahead and move into the notification drawer and status. Now again, those are very similar to Cyanogen. You'll see those there as well. Notification, you have your quick pull down, right edge of the status bar pulls down quick settings, which we can see here. Quick settings, which is fine. Go away. Now, smart pull down, I haven't actually used that feature, so I'm not sure what that is. I can't really go too much in depth into that as much as I'd like to. Disable and lock screen, I have that as a personal preference, just because of the fact that I don't want to be able to have my notifications while I'm on my lock screen there. Just I don't see a purpose for me. It may work for you. So, and then you have your tiles, and you pick and choose what kind of tiles you want for those quick settings. And that would really be it for the notification drawer. I kind of jumped out of that very quickly, but your brightness sliders, you can show 4 tiles per row, which I do because I have a lot of tiles, so it'll be very cluttered. And your advanced location settings. Now we're going to jump out of that one now, and we're going to be going into the status bar. Okay, so status bar, I like to have my battery status bar as text. Some people like the icon portrait. Some people like the icon landscape. Me, again, I like to have the text. But if you're familiar with how the phone comes with out of the box on Cyanogen 11S, you get this little circle here at the very top there, and you'll see that on the screen, and we're at 2%. So here's the thing, while you have it in circle mode, you can actually put the text within the icon or next to the icon as well, and you'll get those two different options there. So inside the icon, and it's not going to be because it's currently charging, and that would really be the major things. But that's if you're familiar with Cyanogen 11S. It starts you off with a circle, but again, I prefer the text. I already have that there. The battery bar options, you have different kind of styles and thickness and colors you can do to the battery styles. You have the brightness control and show notification count, which I haven't really seen work. It's supposed to display the number of pending notifications, but I haven't really had that, and I personally don't use traffic indicators. But this will tell you like network trafficking, so your bits per second, your update interval, things like that. So if you were very into the tech stuff where you want to see how much data, bandwidth, and things that you're using, it's very helpful. You can find out that in the status bar. Now, wake lock blocker is very helpful if you're having any kind of wake lock issues. And if you turn it on here, you get a little warning or a disclaimer. Proceed with caution. Blocking wake locks have the potential to cause instability, crashes, or data loss. So if you know what these are, I would very much go through them and turn them off so you don't have any issues. Now, this is something I did not notice in Cyanogen 12 when I was using it, but I noticed it. Let me see here. I'm gonna go into this message here just because, and you can see people saying I really don't care. So I'm gonna go into this message here, and I didn't notice this in 12S, but another YouTuber said that this was a Android M feature only, which I don't know how to feel about that, because I don't know if this is just a feature within the Pac-Man ROM, or I just never noticed it before. Let me see. Was it in messages that I saw it earlier? No, it was actually in the internet browser, if I remember. If I can't find it, I'll bring it back up in another ROM if possible. So we're gonna go here, just because. I'm gonna cancel that. So here's some stuff I was looking into for different cameras and things like that. But here you at the very bottom, you have like a quick search. You can start searching a whole nother thing just based off what you highlighted, and I think that's fucking phenomenal. It's just something that I've never seen with Cyanogen 12. I don't know if that's a Pac-Man ROM feature that's, you know, taken from one of the other ROMs. And the feature or the slogan for Pac-Man ROM is why choose only one ROM when you can have a little bit of everything. So I think that's very nice. Now, there isn't really too much else I can kind of show or think to show with Pac-Man ROM. I think it's time to actually move on to the next ROM. I'm going to be doing some downtime, and I'm going to stop the video here and then bring it back when we have the next ROM up and running, just because there's no need to show you guys how to install these ROMs. I can do that for another video if you'd like, but we're going to just break away here and go to the next ROM. So keep watching, guys. Keep watching. So while we wait for the ROMs, oh, brain freeze for a second. Here's the website here, and I'll have a link for in the description so you can try these ROMs yourself. Again, I'm only gonna do 2 today. I'm not gonna count Pac-Man ROM because it was already on my phone, but this is the ONEPLUS.net forum, and this particular thread is a list of very high highly used ROMs for the OnePlus. So we're gonna pick another one at random, and the one I chose was Bliss Pop. And then following that, I chose another one at random, and we're going to download that and put it into our device. And then we'll wait for it to get set up and everything like that. Hopefully we don't have to install gaps. If we do, it doesn't take that long. But I just really want to show you guys all these stuff here. Most of you guys probably already know. So like if you're watching this video and you're like knowing everything about the kernels and the different ROMs, then you probably don't need to watch this video. Unless you just want to make fun of me or whatever other reason. You just want to see this particular list here. Maybe you didn't know about Resurrection Remix or something. So this is mostly for people who are new to flashing ROMs and just want to try something different than what comes on the device. So currently, when I put the video on pause and had the little break there, I put it on Paranoid Android, the 4.4.5 version, because it was the only other ROM I had, but I don't want to show that one. I'm going to try to focus primarily on the Lollipop ROMs, just because I feel that would be a little bit better here. So we're going to go to downloads. This is off of Bliss Pop is what we're going to be doing. Bacon is the name for the OnePlus. So official builds. Now I don't know too much about Bliss Pop, but we're going to be getting it here. So here we go. We're going to be downloading this one. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. I am over Wi-Fi. It shouldn't take too long. So it's at 4% at the moment. So, and also I can't show, at least not on screen, Paranoid Android, just because of the fact that I don't have any apps on here, and then there's no Google apps either. So you may be able to see this, you may not be. This is what Paranoid Android looks like. It's just KitKat, basically. Again, there's no Google apps, so you're not gonna see any of that here, which I have to install probably with Bliss Pop ROM here, just to show you here about phone and Android 4.4.4, Paranoid Android 4.45, and I don't think there was any. Here we go. And the Android KitKat 4.4.4. So a little Easter egg there. And we have, let's see if Paranoid Android has anything. TA. Oh, yeah. There you go. Welcome to my world. It's fresh. Paranoid Android 4.4.5. It's actually kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see that or how well it looks. It's pretty nice. And again, we're not gonna be talking about kernels or anything in this particular video. But this is the 4.4.4 KitKat ROM of Paranoid Android. It's very bland. Again, no Google apps. So that's all we have. So we have 61% on our download here, and I'm gonna pause the video just so we can kind of get breeze through this here. I don't want you guys just sitting with me downloading everything and every single ROM. But while we do this, let's pick another ROM at random so we can have that one downloading as well. So I would ask you to pick a number 1 through 10, but you're not here, so we're gonna pick one at random. So wherever this stops, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I don't know what to choose. Are we doing Dirty Unicorn or are we doing To the Power? So I could just throw it off and just be like, nope, we're gonna do Candy 5. But let me see. No, actually, just another random one. Let's see here. I tried Broken OS. You guys are looking at my screen here, and actually it was kind of broken. Didn't actually do anything. I got stuck in a boot loop. So We're actually gonna do, it was gonna be random, but Exodus, which is based off of Cyanogen, and I hear a lot of good things about it. We're gonna stick to something good here. So we have, this came out today, Exodus 5.1. Bacon, again, that's gonna be our name for our OnePlus. And we're gonna do the nightly. That's done. Oh, it's not done, but it's downloading. And Bliss Pop just finished, looks like, and we have 2 minutes left for Exodus. So let's go ahead and get Bliss Pop on the phone here. These are going to be our 2 ROMs we're doing for today. So let's open up our file explorer. We have our downloads. And we had what? Bliss Pop. There we go. And let's just see if we can move that over to our internal storage here. Copy to root of storage. There we go. We're going to flash this using Twerp Recovery, which is Team Win Recovery Project, if you didn't know. And we have about 2 minutes left for Bliss Pop version 3.4. And that looks like that's done. So I'm going to show you the steps here. I said I wouldn't, but hey, just because we're here, I'm unplug from the charger. We're going to power off so we can boot into recovery. My battery is very low, by the way. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I'm going to hold the volume down key and the power button to boot into recovery. And we have our +1 logo, our fancy +1 logo powered by Android. We're going to have Team Win Recovery Project coming up here soon. Alright, so to install or flash a new ROM, we're going to be wiping first, clean installs. And you want to go to Advanced Wipe. We're going to dial the cache, system, data, and cache. Swipe to wipe. Okay, back. So we're going to be doing this here, and we have Bliss Pop. Now I'm going to go ahead and flash this, because as far as I know, no, actually I saw on the website gaps, which is Google Apps. So let's go ahead and add our gaps. We have our gaps, perfect. And so we have 2 of 10. Let's go ahead and swipe to confirm our flash. So we have Bliss Pop ROM and our Google Apps, also known as gaps. They're going to be flashing now. Let's see here, 1 of 2. So once that's finished, I'll show that off to you guys by putting it back on the screen, and also if I need to show you something on the physical screen here, I'll lift it up to the camera. Hopefully you guys can see that very clearly. I don't actually know. I should probably just see how clear that looks. Let me pull that up so you can see, so I can see. It's actually not that bad. It's a bit of a glare. It's not that bad. But as you can see, it was successful. Let's see so I know how to put this on the camera. So we're going to be hit reboot system now. You guys get to see our +1 logo there. And we should get a boot image soon. Boot logo. Hopefully nothing crazy. There we go. We got something. Alright, this is our Bliss Pop ROM. Let's go ahead and I want to set everything up here. And I'm going to pause it. I am actually going to pause it this time. Just so you can see a little bit more of the boot. But I'm going to pause it so I can get everything set up again so we can get this going. We'll see the differences with this one. And I don't know if you guys saw before when I downloaded it said 5.1, whereas Pac ROM we were on 5.0.2. So we're gonna hopefully see a lot of differences here. So one moment while we get everything loaded up here with our Bliss Pop ROM. So everyone, we are back. This is Bliss Pop, the 5.1.1 build. We're going to show this off here and see what it is that's different with this ROM versus the Pac ROM. So I messed with it a little bit just so I can get it set up. I had to put in like Google and things like that, and I just downloaded one application just so we can get this up and running so you can see everything. So there's a lot of things as far as my personal things that aren't on here. Let's go ahead and get into it here. So as far as home screen, nothing really out there, but it always comes down to settings. So let's just go ahead. Let's go to about phone first. As you can see, Bliss Pop, and we are going to go ahead and go down to, here we go, Android version 5.1.1, Bliss version 3.4. Let's see, we have our lollipop here, and it's going to give us our Easter egg. Alright, so again, we suck on that, or I suck on that, no matter what ROM I play it on. So as you can see, this is the build type, it is official. And I think that's all we really need to know about the Bliss Pop in our About phone. So let's go ahead and scroll up to see what makes this a little bit different. As you can see, we can start seeing a little bit different things as far as the way the icons are looking. Our lock screen icon looks a little bit different. We actually have a option for equalizer, whereas we didn't have that before. And here we have the Bliss interface. Now this is new. This is where our Pac ROM options were. So here, our first thing we have display animations, kind of like what we saw with the Pac ROM. So IME animations, set custom animations for system keyboards. So that's kind of cool. Enter animations. Now we're not going to mess with the animations with any of this here. Uh-oh, just a moment, guys. My baby's crying. Oh, I'm flipping the phone on you. There we go. So here's a lock screen, which you cannot see. So alright, so we are back, and sorry about that. Things come up with children and whatnot, but let's get back into this. And the phone is rotating again. So here we are on Bliss Pop. We just came from the brain fart. What do we have? Pac-Man ROM, Pac ROM. So we just touched up on display animations a little bit. I'm not going to go too much into this one because it's very similar to what we already had with Pac ROM. We're going to see a little bit of IMEI, over-scrolling effects, just things like that. But pretty much the same thing. Okay, again, not going to go into too much detail just because there's a lot with these ROMs. If you want to break them down specifically, I can do a video per ROM and go over more ROMs. Again, we're just doing this one and possibly Exodus after this. So heads up, we have some heads up options, which are nice. Can do custom colors. I think that's pretty cool. And heads up are just basically the notifications of the text messages that pop up or specific things like here. We have show quick access, status bar, swipe the behavior to hide it. This is really nice. We have snooze timer, do not disturb. You can add apps to these, blacklist the apps. Those are all very nice. We're just gonna go back out of this here. Then we have lock screen options. So we have a lot of different lock screen options: weather, colors, clock widgets, display music visualizer, show power menu on secure lock screen, and long press long icon to sleep. All these are very nice features. This is running off of the Cyanogen ROM from what I was looking into, so this is very nice. We have the navigation options. So this is a little bit different as far as navigating through the actual ROM here. We have Slim Pi, enable Slim Pi on-screen navigations. So not sure how that one works. Oh, by the way, Forgot to mention this part that I found out. Your app drawer is a little bit different. It's very Android M-like, or an older Android version, where it's words and things. It's alphabetized. Your app drawer is alphabetized there. And I'm trying to see what we got with that Pi there, but it didn't really seem like it did anything. It could just be one of those other features I'm just not quite grasping. So simple Pi. I'm gonna turn that off. Didn't really understand it. Navigation and ring targets. Edit these. The rings at the bottom. We have gesture anywhere, something we kind of touched upon. Very nice feature. We have our app bar. So our app bar is going to be on the left here, which is nice. Kind of like that app circle ring that we had earlier. Oh, so the app circle bar. So it's very similar. Instead of a circle, it's going to be just a vertical bar. And navigation bar are the on-screen displays. You have enable navigation rings, double tap to sleep, left-handed mode. Again, things that we've seen before. So we're not going to get again too far into them, but that's the navigation. We have a notification drawer. We have a double quick setting. Disable quick setting on lock screen, which is nice. So this is still a lot of things we've seen before, except for slim action. That's a little new there. Okay, I'm liking Bliss Pop as an overall just first interpretation of what this is. I really like it. Recent options, memory bar. That's nice. Show how much available memory you have. Omni switch. Okay. What's Omni switch? Make sure you have enabled Omni switch. You can do this by using settings below. Okay, let's see what Omni switch is. I like the clicking sound. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a very nice little feel to it. Just trying to see what other little tweaks we can find within this. This interface is really nice. I'm going to turn Omni switch off just because I don't know too much about it, but this is a very nice ROM. I may actually switch to this rather than Pac-Man ROM. Here is something that caught my eye. Breathing notifications. Breathing SMS will give your SMS notifications a breathing effect in the status bar. Let's see that. Let's text ourselves here. I'm doing that all wrong, huh? So, put in our number. Okay. You guys, it's gonna be awesome. Okay. Hello. I really like two things. The app I'm using to record this, it popped on the screen, so I thought that was kind of cool. And also the default texting app is actually really nice. It reminds me almost like a iMessage effect, if you will. Okay, so here we go. We have our breathing effect enabled, and the top left there, you can see the happy face fading in and out, and I really like that feature. That is really nice. Let's go back here. You can do that for your missed calls and also voicemail. Carrier label. Show carrier in the status bar. I like my carrier being in the status bar only because of the fact that it lets me know that my SIM card is working. So that's a nice feature to have. Bliss logo. Enable to show Bliss logo on the left side of the status bar. That's a little bit too much. I feel like that clutters the status bar a little bit. So display a custom greeting in the status bar after unlocking the device. So let's try that. Okay. Welcome to Bliss. I enjoy that, and that's something I could actually change. It says you can change it, so change it to something here. So let's do this here. Okay, so I know that's a little bit of self-advertising, but hey, we're also going to check that out and see what that looks like. That's amazing. I want to say that's a very lovely feature. And for Bliss Pop, the interface of it, and you have a search bar. I don't know enough about the Bliss Pop features to search for them, but it's very nice, and they do have a changelog on their website. I like that you can go right into the equalizer. That's pretty nice there. This is a very nice ROM here. You have a super user. No thanks. Super user already in the settings there. Very nice. Let's see what else we have. There's a little bit of different things with the developer options in this version of this ROM compared to Pac ROM. So you have development tools at the top here. I don't ever use that, but I didn't see that, and that's in most developer options. You'll have that there. But disable FC notifications, so first close notifications, you won't even see them when that's on. You have an ad blocker, a wait block blocker. I enjoy a lot of these here. And then just scrolling down, you kind of start to see the same ones you would see before. So that's very nice to see all this. This was Bliss Pop, and I really enjoyed it. And if you guys like this ROM, and you want to see more about it, this is running the 5.1.1 Lollipop build. I will do a little bit more in-depth for it here. Now I'm just kind of just going around the screen. I don't have any of my apps on here yet, but let's go ahead and let's jump right into Exodus, and then we'll wrap this video up. Because right now we have been on this for a while, but I'm digging it. I haven't made a video for you guys in quite some time, so it's pretty nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to boot into recovery. So we can do that by doing settings and then going to developer options. And then you have advanced reboots. If you guys didn't know this, it's a very nice feature. And then you would just hold the power button there, select reboot, and to recovery. Now I did that without actually putting the Exodus ROM onto the phone, so I'm still going to have to do that before that. So we get the little +1 logo. We're going to reboot. We're going to reboot the phone so we can put the Exodus ROM back on, and we'll wipe everything and do a clean install and install Gaps. Again, Gaps just being the Google Apps, to see if that's going to help at all. But Exodus, I've heard a lot of good things about on Reddit and also on just the ONEPLUS forum. That I'm going to put a link of that in the description below. I've seen everything. Here again, it's just a Bliss Pop boot logo. You guys can kind of check that out. I actually haven't really looked at it myself all the way. Right here, starting the apps, waiting to finish all that stuff there. So we'll wait for that. I need to put the power on. So get this up and running here. So yeah, like I said, I'll put a link of it in the description below. So right now we are on, running. I'm going to put up the computer here. It should read. Our computer's going to read it right here. And then we're going to add Exodus. And so really I've showed you more than just the two that we needed, because I showed you a little bit of Paranoid Android on KitKat There wasn't really much to show just because it wasn't a lollipop build. But we showed Pac ROM. We went a little bit more in depth with that one than the Bliss Pop or the Paranoid. But again, we can always make another video for that if we need to. But right now, we have to add the Exodus ROM. And my phone's not showing up for some reason. Okay. Also, something really quick that I just noticed trying to figure out why my phone's not showing up. Up here, I don't know if you can see it, next to the user, like settings and then some other crap up there. Oh, you have like a task killer or a tasker at the top. And you have your quick settings to actually go to a full list of settings, and then you have your ringer. Oh, actually that will disable heads up notifications, a little bell there, and that will enable and disable heads up notifications. So that's actually very cool. But right now we have no connection, it says, to our USB, which is something we need. Because Android debugging is recognizing. Now, this is also something I like with this build. This is a stable build. This is on the performance. So if you like to overclock and things like that, mess with your kernels, that's very good to have. Again, that's not something we'll talk about in this video, but just messing with the different features of these ROMs excites me and makes me like, hey, do I actually want to keep Pac ROM? Because I see a lot of benefits. Seeing a lot of benefits to Bliss Pop right now. And like I said, I may find something that I like. Now, right now, the goal is to get connected to the computer here, and Android debugging is being recognized, but nothing really else. Doesn't recognize on the device. And here, might as well just show you guys a little messing around with this here. Okay, so there you go. You can see everything's still trying to update. Not that we're going to be using this anymore. Let's see, settings. Yeah, a lot of the it's a little weird there. So I could try and see if, see, here's the thing that I found different now. I'm kind of going on and rambling and things like that. When I put the phone on Bliss Pop, my computer said I had to install drivers, which is weird because my phone was being read before the Bliss Pop ROM was installed. So I don't know if there's anything different with Bliss Pop versus anything else. But Android system. Yeah, it's a little strange what we have here. Oh, it's cool. You can access your alarm clock from the just tapping on the time there in the calendar. So if you click on the time portion, you get alarms. So it's pretty neat. So again, really quick here, just so we can get this up and running, I'm gonna pause it so we can get our USB up and running and get Exodus before we wrap this up here. So everyone, I couldn't figure it out, I just was looking at the little settings here for the screencast that wasn't showing. Well, it was showing, I just didn't see that it was already recording. Anyway, so I couldn't figure out how to get the USB to be read on the phone, and I really didn't want to take up too much time. So right now I just did a flashed CyanogenMod or CyanogenOS 12S. Probably can't see that. Anyway, it's optimizing the applications and Android is upgrading. So once it's done, I'm going to plug it in, and we're going to put Exodus on the phone, play with that for a little bit, and we're going to wrap this up and call it a day. So we can get this done. So we're at 25 out of 122. Let me make sure that Exodus actually downloaded. Okay. And I have Candy 5.1 as well. I'll mess with that one on another day there. And we have 11, CyanogenMod 11, CyanogenMod 12S. And where is Exodus? Here we go. Exodus is right there. It's perfect. So bamboo back from our phone there. Now, I initially wanted the CyanogenMod installer for Windows. However, I'm on the Windows 10 technical preview and it doesn't work. So that sucked. But some great things that I'll talk to you guys really quick about that's related to the OnePlus. If you guys are really interested in this phone, they are having a flash sale till the 7th. I think they like knocked off $50 for the phone. So there's something there. And my phone is currently rooted. It may not be at the moment because it just asked me if I wanted to install Super User there. So let's minimize that real quick. I'm going to show you this here. I have two different kits that I actually use. Here I have Bacon Root Toolkit. Permissions here. And then we also have, I'll open up the other one. They're both very helpful, man. Like, you don't even know how helpful they are until you see them. It's gonna be awesome. So here we go. The Oppo OnePlus One Toolbox. This is the original one I have here. The first thing I ever used to start rooting and all that stuff. So basically it does everything for you. For your recoveries, you have stock recovery, Cyanogen clockwork mod recovery, fields recovery, and torque recovery, and that's going to be that. And you can install the CyanogenMod 11S here, the 16GB version of the 64, and it even works if you want to downgrade for whatever reason to a 16. You can actually flash the 16GB version. I don't know if that will harm your phone in the long run, but actually I did it to my phone and it works. It worked with 16 gigs just for the shits and giggles. And then if you are running ADB options, if you want to do either ADB over Wi-Fi or just ADB period using your USB and a command prompt, these are very good prompts that it has for you. So this is the OnePlus One Toolbox. Really like that one. So yeah, sorry about that. It was a quick interruption. But as I was saying, this is the second toolkit. Actually, it just helped me right now because I don't know if I said it before I paused. But we booted into Cyanogen 12S, which I did show you actually. And we were no longer rooted, and we did not have custom recovery. So we actually used this toolkit here, which I can show off in another video if you guys want to learn more about this, but it actually rooted our device with custom recovery. So now we can boot into Exodus and do that there. So that is that. I'm going to show you again how we will be doing that. We're just going to go to settings here, scroll all the way through, and then we're going to hit developer options, and then we're going to hit advanced. Reboot is on. Our home key, hold the power button there, we're going to select reboot, we're going to do recovery. And then okay. So now we're booting into recovery. You see the OnePlus logo. And this is going to let us install from Team Win Project Recovery our Exodus. So we're going to be wiping, advanced wipe, Dalvik, system, data, cache, swipe to wipe, go back, back, back again, install, back, up a level, sorry, up a level, scroll all the way down until we get to Exodus, and we're going to add our gaps just in case. Swipe. So as you can see, Exodus is installing now. We're going to wait for that, and while we wait for that to finish, I'm going to take care of something really quick. So I'm going to pause the video while the gaps are installing. That's what's left. It's 2 of 2 now, so just a moment. So now that we take a look here, I'm going to put it up, we can see that it is done. We're going to reboot the system here. We get our plus one logo back, and my son is feeding. I don't know if you guys can hear him in the background. He has a bottle. So if you hear some noises, that's him munching down. So we're gonna wait until we get our boot image, our boot logo. Right now we still have the +1 splash screen, and you guys will be the first to see the Exodus. When I say first, I just mean between you and me here with the Exodus logo, or the Exodus boot image. It reminds me of a ROM I had, not a ROM, but a theme called Android L, or no, 1L, something like that. I used the same one. I don't know if that's from Exodus or not. Let's look at that, but that's pretty cool, man. So, and hey, anything I talked about, because I know this is a long video, I always think, whenever I start these, it's like, oh, it's going to be a quick video. This is a long video, and anything I talked about in here is any interest to you, like our Bacon Root Toolkit, BRT, or the OnePlus One Toolkit version 5, anything like that is of interest to you, please let me know, and we will get that in a video for you. I'll leave this up here only because this is what we're going to be using to show off Exodus here. It's minimized, and let's see here. Right now it is doing 33 out of 95. It's optimizing the apps at the moment. So again, potato quality. I know it's a web camera, but it's actually going by pretty quick. This is another 5.1 ROM, at least it should be. It's doing Google Plus at the moment, and I must say, like, I'm very impressed with the OnePlus. Actually, there's a lot of people who have issues with this phone, my wife being one of them, and she has the Sandstone Black 64 gig, and she was having touchscreen issues, and I tried her on Oxygen OS, I've tried 11S, 12S, and I'm just like, man, what can we do? And there was never a fix for it until, up until recently. So I just told her, hey, I'm gonna switch phones with you, just pull out the SIM card, do a SIM swap, and I swapped out the back covers. And so she has my phone now and I have hers, and since I've been messing with the ROMs and things like that, I haven't had one single touchscreen issue. None of the issues she had, I'm having on this phone. I'm actually very satisfied with my OnePlus. The price tag, the performance, it's just a very well overall great device. So now we're doing the Google Play services, 63 out of 95. So I'm gonna pause this so we can wait till it's done, and we'll come back to it. So everyone, we are back, and you can see here we are at our welcome screen. So, got it. And we are going to install our app really quick here, just so we can show everything off. I'll go ahead and go to my apps. Stop that. While it's downloading, I'm just gonna kind of go through Bliss Pop really quick and show you guys Exodus. And Exodus version, it's a nightly build. 5.1 on Android version 5.1.1. Then we have an Easter egg with the Exodus ROM. We didn't have that with Bliss Pop. So it's based off CyanogenMod. So you can see that there. And we have our CyanogenMod. And again, just so you can see that we are on Lollipop. There we go. So this is very nice so far. And we have ROM control. That's nice to see. Hardware. Nice. Interface. Also very nice. So we have a lot to play with here. I want to touch on them all very briefly. We'll wait for this here. Install. Okay. So it's almost done. Done installing. So let's go ahead and get this bad baby open. Reconnecting. It's reconnecting. Okay. Let's go ahead and open it. We're accepting the terms right now. Yes. Create a password. Just creating a password, guys. Cancel. There's one feature I'm missing. I almost missed it. Android debugging. We have to have Android debugging on for this particular program to work. So you guys can see everything. Okay. Okay. Alright, get connected here. So it's connecting, and when it does, you'll be able to see all this here. We're going to grant that permission from super user. Start now. This is going to be my ROM for tonight. This is the last one. It's going to be our driver that we're going to be using until the next video. It all goes based off popularity. If you guys like these videos, I will post more. Like I said, we'll try out different ROMs. We'll see what else we can get here. Let's go ahead and turn our screen on. So we're going to be doing this here. And let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Again, we're not going to harbor on or stay on these settings for too long. But let's go ahead and start here under the Exodus tab here. At the top we have interface. We can do navigation bar. Okay, navigation bar. Let's turn it on. We have the bar height and portrait, bar width and landscape. Button 1, press delay. Allow legacy menu keys. It's pretty nice. And you have your IMEI buttons, or IME button, sorry. And then we also have left-handed mode. There's an editor mode as well. That's kind of cool. There's a lot of more customization in this one versus Bliss Pop. You can already see that here. They have navigation ring targets, which We already know what those are. Just like nothing new about that. Navigation, search assistant, that's fine. User space, we have the status bar. We do brightness control on the status bar. Super user indicator. Network traffic, status bar greeting. I like that. Exodus Android. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I can dig that. I really like that feature there. Then we have our clock and some clock settings. So we have power menu. Don't really need any of these other than what it's already set to, so that's good. Notifications, heads up, app notifications, notification access, battery light and light notification settings. Those are all very good settings, and so far I'm very much liking the tweaks. Each ROM I'm liking a little bit more than the last. So far, Bliss Pop surpasses Pac-Man ROM, and Exodus surpasses Bliss Pop, I feel. So we have quick pull down settings, and notification drawer is pretty much the same on all of them there. Let's go ahead and go back, and we're gonna go to hardware. So here we got performance, so it's gonna be your overclocking and stuff like that. Gestures, I actually like these off, which I showed earlier. I'm gonna leave those off. General button options. So you can set what you want your buttons to do, which is great. Vibrate on touch, vibrate for calls, double tap to wake up on plug. Okay, probably nice for hardware. Themes, it's gonna be signage and things like that. So you can set what you want, which is great. If it sounds like I'm getting tired, it's just because I've been up since about 4 in the morning. I'm not tired though, but it sounds like I'm tired, that's why. And we have our final Exodus setting here. ROM control. So home, you can change the default home launcher, but you can do in any other ROM. I don't know why it's specific to just that. You have your display output. So I'm going to do 560. It's going to restart the interface here. See if it gets any better. And again, I don't even know if the OnePlus shouldn't have any issues supporting that. So, you know, I don't know if it's just me, but I honestly don't notice a difference. Let's get reconnected here. It's reconnecting and just maybe accept the debugging. So I want to touch on this really quick. This is our app launcher here. Now I don't know if this is to get us prepared for Android M, but this is your kind of like a scribbler, scrubbing. I can't remember the correct term. You can kind of go through your apps in that alphabetical order there. It's nice. Well, everything seems like blown up now that we did the 560 DPI default. And we're gonna switch that back. Only because the 560 was like way overdone. Way overdone. So this is again what it looks like, Exodus. But I'm really liking the customization to the Exodus ROM. It's weird because with all the extra tweaks that it has, it feels like it's lacking in something, but it also feels like it has a lot more to offer. It has an ad blocker, which I love. Let's turn that on. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. It's just that. I'll show you that as soon as it gets connected with the ad blocker. So I think I'm gonna stick with this and just add my Google settings and all that shit to it here, and do like a reboot, set everything up proper, and alarms and things like that. But I'm really doing this. Here's our ROM controls and an ad blocker, block advertising, malware, dangerous URLs, etc., etc. Because this is a nightly build, let's go back to it. You see nightly bacon. Again, bacon's the code name for the OnePlus Hopefully eggs will be the OnePlus 2. We should be getting updates a lot more frequent than Pac-Man ROM or anything else like that. Build date the 2nd, so that's today. That's very nice. But that's pretty much all of our ROMs in a nutshell. There's not too much else to show. Again, without going into immense detail and showing every little feature that these things offer. So those are the ROMs that we covered today. Just to kind of touch back on that, we did Pac-Man ROM or Pac ROM, and we did the Paranoid Android 4.4.4 KitKat just to be as a filler, and we did the Bliss Pop and Exodus ROM. So the next time we do this, if we do it again, it all just depends on how the videos are perceived here. We will be default Exodus, and we'll be showing off another 2 random ROMs. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave that down below, or you can message me directly on Facebook or Google+. Probably on Facebook. I really don't use that one, so I don't know why I said that. Definitely on Twitter and Google+. You can definitely reach me there. So if anything else, again, hope you guys enjoyed.